Hey guys.
Welcome back to Sip, Savor, and Celebrate. I'm Chris.
And I'm Devin.
Well, today, you know what? We're going to do a little something different. We're actually going to do a mezcal. Today, we are doing Derrumbes San Luis Potosí. And with this one, let's talk about, they use a salmonina. That is the actual strand of agave that they use. They use a tahona to crush it. Mm-hmm. They use copper still to actually distill it. They actually grind. I already said that they use a tahona.
They do it above ground in stone.
Yes, they do, and they're using a natural fermentation process when they go for it.
Are you calling that the wild yeast?
It is a wild yeast.
Okay.
Now,
but they're using it in like a rock or a cube form versus like a scatter form?
It doesn't say.
It does right there.
Oh, does it really?
In
what
rock.
Does it say? In rock yeast form. Okay, well there you go.
So that is really cool, guys, that all that information is right here on the bottle.
So did you know that when it comes to a mezcal, they actually put all of this information on the bottle?
That's
so
cool.
Whereas a tequila, they don't.
Right.
They don't put that stuff. It's always on the bottle. They sell, Samalina, the above ground stone, Cute. They use a tahona, wild yeast in rock. They use a copper pot still when they distill it.
And you had a mezcal a couple days ago when we were in Flint.
So that one was the Vago, was it? I think it was Vago.
Sounds about right.
But it was super smoky.
Okay.
It was like, and I don't mind a little bit of smoke, but I'm not a huge fan of like, that's all I taste. I want to taste the agave. I want to taste.
So you want the smoke to open everything up and give you that dimension of palate.
Yes, and I want a light smoke, but a
just like what happens when we smoke a whiskey drink, guys. That's what happens typically is if you choose the right wood, either you're gonna open that up and you're gonna blow your mind, or if you choose the wrong wood, trust me, it makes it super bitter and you're like, ooh, never again.
So think about it. When you look at some of the higher scale restaurants, they'll offer a smoked drink.
Right.
Mezcal already has that in it. And it's incorporated in the flavor of the mezcal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, alcohol abuse. Now, when I drink a mezcal, I like to aerate it a little bit, and that's why you'll see me rotating. And that's just to kind of get it more
on that
aeration.
Nose, you definitely get the smoke. It is right there. But
man, that smells like a barbecue.
But you also get that creamy, like they distilled it with the agave fibers in it.
So on this Derrumbes, man, I can't get at the moment. Maybe I need to let it open up a little bit, but I can't get past the smoke. I'm trying to get past that smoke.
And I said, I get the smoke, and then I get that creamy, like they've distilled it with the agave leaves in there. So
yes, I get a cream underneath, but it's so light. The only thing I get first is smoke. I'm trying to get us, and that's where I was yesterday. I was at our local Mexican restaurant, and it was called Coco Locos. I did a quick review of the 400.
We got a new Mexican restaurant opening.
Oh, we do. What is it called?
It's in the old place right there on Midland Street. I've seen it on social media. I can't recall the name of it because I'm just like, okay, cool.
Again, I'm getting like barbecue. I'm getting what I want my brisket to be smoked in. Like a mesquite.
Dude, if your brisket smelled like this, like, oh.
I get a mesquite brisket smoke.
I can understand the mesquite because that mesquite is kind of like that bitter smell.
But you know what else I get in there? The more I smell,
a man's cologne.
I get a grass. I get.
Are we talking grass, or grass?
Not marijuana. I get actual like grass and earth. I get a minerality. But first, number one is smoke. But then after that, I get a minerality, almost like an earth.
You know how Dolce and Gabbana men's cologne smells?
Yeah, actually.
That's kind of what I'm getting.
Really? Interesting. Okay. All right, cheers. I get smoked. I get a full-bodied cigar. Very spicy, very smoke. Like you just took a hit off a Cuban cigar. You get that, like, yeah, I'm here. Don't mess with me.
I get that, but do you know what this is almost reminding me of?
What's that?
The brown sugar, like, pineapple from the restaurants. The gachos have them.
You're talking about a Brazilian steakhouse.
Correct. But you get that.
I don't get that.
You get that
sweet.
smoke
I get
with
no
that
sweet,
and then it turns into that like full body cigar.
I get no sweet. I get none. Not a single ounce of sweet at all. I get bold flavors. I get unapologetically smoke. I get like it's time to have a cigar.
I get the cigar reference. I get it 100%, but I am getting that smoked fruit, that sweet fruit right after the smoke.
I smell a farm. Sorry. My puppy dog wants to play right now. I get grass. I get fields. I get minerality. I get a sharp smoke barbecue.
I get smoke, and I get that fruit, and I get just a hint of chocolate.
I get no chocolate. For mezcal, because it's not a tequila, you gotta separate this from a tequila.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Because, like I said, you can't compare this to a tequila, even though they're made from agave.
Honestly, you want to know how I would love to see that used?
With a cigar?
In a pork.
Cook it in a pork?
Oh, absolutely.
I can see that.
That pork would take on. I mean, I'm getting sweet. You're getting the smoke side of things and the earthy. And so I think that pork being neutral would like bring those together and give you a mind-blowing, like pulled pork sandwich, or even, not that I eat them, but a pork chop that you kind of lightly douse on that.
Carnita.
Carnita?
Wow. Carnitas.
Yes, carnitas.
That's what I was trying to think of. If you added...
Now I want carnitas.
I have some in the fridge.
Alright, guys, but...
Other than that, this was a quick review.
Am I going to recommend it? Actually, I'm going to, because I want to challenge you, our viewers. Drop us a line. Tell us what you think about mezcals. Tell us if you've had
Derrumbes.
I was going to say Sierra Derrumbes, but whatever.
San Luis Potosí. And you know what? I'm going to tell you this simplicity when it comes to the bottle. It's absolutely beautiful. And you know what? Also, let's talk about this. Whenever you look at a mezcal, every batch of mezcal is a small batch.
Right.
They literally are talking old school whenever you look at a mezcal. This is not a tequila. This is not a mezcal. Tequila. This does not taste anywhere near of a tequila. But it is made from agave. It's cooked differently. And in 1902, when they decided that they're going to make tequilas, they said tequilas are going to be made with a steam cooking apparatus. This is a traditional, as a matter of fact, this is artisanal. So artisanal means that gives the tequila maker the ability to be creative. They want to make, so like when you look at an artist, they open their mind. They look at what they want to make, and whether it be a painting or whether it be a mezcal. When they have it in their mind, what they want to make, they said, this is what I want to make. This is how I want to make it. That's what artisanal makes. When you look at an ancestral, because there are ancestral tequilas. The ancestral tequilas are made traditionally, and as old of a tradition as you can come up with. That's what an ancestral. When you look at mezcals, that's what you look for. Do you want it to be an artisanal? Do you want the mezcala, the distillery? Do you want them to make it the way they envision that it should be made, or do you want them to make it as it first was made? And that's when you look at a mezcal. Do you want an artisanal? Do you want an ancestral? Or do you want something commercially made? I'm telling you what, this Derrumbes is good. I recommend it. It is made traditionally, and they actually take their yeast and their way of cooking it, and they meld it into the way they want it to taste. For mezcal, this is good. I would say as far as a smoke goes, I would put it as a medium smoke, not a light smoke. I've had some mezcals that are so heavy, hardcore, that it's almost undrinkable. This is not. This is wonderful. And I would look at putting this, either drinking it neat, or if you want to make a mezcal drink using this actually would be a good mixer. Give it some smoke.
I could see that.
You know, like if you were to actually eat, I wonder what it would taste. Think about this. Just reach out. What would it taste if you made a old fashioned?
I was thinking tequila old fashioned, so get out of my head. But until then, guys, we might try that this evening, just because now that you mentioned it and it was already in my head. But remember, sip,
savor, and celebrate. Cheers.